With record low interest rates and stock shortages in Sydney and Melbourne, the market is heating up again, with a record number of properties selling for $1 million or more. But there's a whole other list of potential dream homes you won't even hear about if you refocused on what real estate agents have to dish up. Off-market sales are where savvy home buyers and investors avoid the pitfalls of buying at auction, where emotions run high and the quoted price is woefully unrealistic. And you don't have to fork out a 5-figure sum for a buyer's agent to snap up properties that haven't been listed, just determination, patience and a few insider tips. Oasis Property Chief Executive Gavin McPherson said auctions were rife with bad behavior such as overquoting, and that his team of buyer's agents avoided them like the plague. Saturday inspections mean nothing to us, Mr. McPherson said. It's chaos, it's everything the agents want, where they reherding people into their properties to enhance excitement and anxiety. By doing it off-market, it takes you away from that and puts you in a different headspace. But how do you find these hidden properties, and why are sellers opting to shift their properties that way? Hidden gem. Mr. McPherson said there were several reasons why a desirable property would be sold in an off-market deal. Long tenancies made it difficult for vendors to jazz up properties in the way that agents like to, with fancy rented furniture, professional photographers, and hefty marketing fees. In some cases, undesirable tenants may be living in the property, he said, masking strong fundamentals such as location, floor plan and price compared to other sales in the area. From a vendor's perspective, he said, selling to an off-market buyer meant avoiding agent fees that can add $1 to a property worth $1. Unearthing these properties takes a bit of digging, but Mr. McPherson believes it is worth the effort, which is why, of all the property sales his agency brokers, 65 to 75% are off-market deals. How does he find them? Apart from the obvious, door knocking and letterbox drops in targeted neighborhoods, there is an in-depth process involved. Oasis has a full-time researcher on staff who mines property databases, analyzing sales records to hunt down would-be sellers who had a rough trot in previous property market slumps. We see people who had a history of trying to sell and had bad luck then, and once time has passed, we go to them direct, Mr. McPherson said. So we know they want to sell but they've had a glass half-empty experience of selling, not a glass half full. We usually look for a 4-year window. They might have missed out on $1 million back then and been really unhappy, but now we can get them $2 million because the market's improved, so it's still upside for them. While off-market sales are reportedly gaining popularity, Mr. McPherson warned not to expect a long list of options. It's not that there are thousands out there, it's just that we pay attention to the off-market because we know it delivers much better benefits on average, he said. It's very laborious, there's a lot of phone calls, but it's a numbers game. People need to understand that they've only got to buy one house, you don't look for 100. Because 99 of them are going to have auction boards out the front and sell for crazy prices at auction. To avoid being caught out by the underquoting that's rife among agents, he said, auctions were to be avoided. You will find something else, he said, dig deeper, use a buyer's agent or letterbox drop people in the street. Avoid the pitfall. EP's property search director Patrick Bright said there were some common challenges that cropped up for off-market buyers. The biggest hurdle, he said, was dealing with an unmotivated seller, or when multiple selling agents competing for the listing attempted to influence the vendor. Vendors naturally want to get a great price for their property, however some just want to test the market and will only sell if they are offered way above fair value, Mr. Bright said. Problems can start when a vendor receives a great genuine offer and they call up the other sales agents and say, "I am about to sell at X. Do you have a buyer that would pay more?" When this happened, agents would likely advise the vendor to hold out for another week or so in the hopes of attracting a better offer. This will often cost the vendor a sale as that buyer will move on, and experienced real estate professionals know that often the best offers come in early, Mr. Bright said. Another danger was when the vendor had not purchased and the motivation to sell was low, which often leads to over-the-top expectations and asking prices. If you want to buy at a fair price, then having a vendor who is motivated is critical, Mr. Bright said. The best time to buy off market is when the vendor has purchased and they want to sell promptly at a fair price, as they don't have the time or the desire for a full marketing campaign. He said the best thing buyers could do was to approach selling agents in the areas they were interested in buying, or engage a buyer's agent. When you're out there inspecting, you'll come across selling agents all the time at open homes, he said. Some will get to know what you're looking for, and if they feel as though you're a serious buyer, they will likely tell you about any off-market properties they have which might meet your needs. So if an agent lists a property that fits your wish list, they might just let you know about it before they advertise it online. Dana Macaulay at News.com.